No, you're not seeing an old Jimmy Stewart movie. Just a typical Saturday morning scene in downtown Forest City. It's 7:30, and the local classic car owners are meeting up for breakfast at Smith's Drugstore, just as they always do. But there's something new for classic car lovers at Forest City these days. After the toast and coffee, there's a beautiful new attraction to make their way to. Welcome to Bennett's Classic Car Museum, home for about 80 of the oldest, prettiest, and shiniest cars in the area. Most of them belong to Buddy Bennett and his brother Joe, who grew up in Burnsville, where their uncle had a Ford dealership. The boys could only dream they might one day have all of this to share.
For all my life, just about it, ever since I got, especially in the last 30 years, I'd like to have them, put them in one place, and have people enjoy them, come to see them and enjoy them. And I want it to go on.
History is important to the brothers. They'd like for their grandkids to see and appreciate these cars. Many of the cars came even before Joe and Buddy. The Ford collection begins with Model A's and continues right up to their newest arrivals.
The development, I guess, with the Ford dealership with our uncle, and we grew up close to that, that developed in our early years, probably. We've also got other brands and other pieces in here, too. We've got from Cadillacs to Buicks, Chrysler products, Volkswagens, MGs.
And several others. Here's a nice one with a story. A 34 Chevy that was first owned by the monks of a monastery in Santa Clara. You can read the rest of the story when you visit, but the one Buddy especially likes to talk about is the Buick right next to it. A 1928 Brougham, purchased new in '28 by a man named Dodge. It never left the family until a few years ago when Buddy was entrusted with it. It has 21,000 original miles and the same green velour and hardwood interior built into it more than 80 years ago. It's everything Buddy appreciates in a car.
I like especially older cars, the nicer older cars that hadn't had very little or nothing done to them. Somebody's taken care of them, kept them like they're supposed to be, and that I've got a feeling for that.
But there are plenty of cars here that have been restored. The museum gets visitors looking for restoration tips. Some are looking to buy or sell, but everybody comes to browse, even, or perhaps especially, if they don't have a fancy ride of their own or the 20, 30, or 40 grand to get one.
Which one would I buy for 40,000? I'd hope they'd give me a discount. Maybe I'd get two. I couldn't buy the Shelby because that'd be too much. Probably the Mercury would be too high for that, but I would try to swing that if I could. I like the GTO.
And she's not the only one. Christy Hutchins works the front office, keeps the cars shiny, and greets customers. She says it's a dream job for her and pure torture for her husband.
Yeah, I think he'd rather work here than he'd swap jobs with me any day.
There are currently no job openings at Bennett's Classics, but you can buy, sell, or browse any day of the week except Sundays. I'm Rick Sullivan for North Carolina Weekend.
Bennett Classics Antique Auto Museum is located at 241 Bant Street in Forest City. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, give them a call at 828-247-1767 or go to their website, Bennett Classics.